Oh, yep. Welcome to a special episode of Unicorn Chef. First question, Charles, did I do it well enough?
Oh, you did it pretty well, but I'm gonna do ow, yip. We're gonna add on to it.
All right, yip. So we're gonna have fun tonight. We clearly have an awesome guest who has known for bringing positivity, sunshine, and positive energy to your feed every single day. And the coolest thing about it, having met Charles in person, is he's really like this. He is one of those authentically good dudes. And so for that, first of all, a tip of the hat, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on the show. I really enjoy the show, so I'm super honored just to be here and excited.
Speaking of positivity and sunshine, our charity for tonight is your local food bank.
Boom.
There are a lot of families who are not able to feed themselves, and childhood hunger is a problem. So please, those cans that you don't want, go buy some cans every now and then that you do want and give them away so that you can help a family feed themselves for the day.
Yes.
And with that, hashtag Unicorn Chef, share your pictures. We'd love to see what you do. And even if you're cooking your own stuff, if you put that hashtag on, some of the Unicorn Chef staff, I guess I should announce that we now have a staff. Probably a few of you are aware who've seen prior shows. The ever ridiculous Mike Ellis is now formally on that team, joined by the Gambling Bird, Caitlin, and Ryan Kovar. So stay tuned. We'll be doing these shows every Wednesday, along with a whole bunch of other shenanigans and hijinks to come. So stay tuned. In the meantime, the most critical question to start off the show, Charles, what are you drinking?
I'm so glad you asked that. So tonight's awesome drink of the evening will be none other than Canada Dry. I'm in the mode for some ginger ale with 2 ice cubes in my Nova Coden coffee cup. Cheers. We did digital cheers. I'm holding it up for you.
Well, I got to pour mine. So I'm drinking.
I want to know what you drinking on.
Guinness with the nitrogen. So this is cool because it actually
Ooh.
So you can see the bubbles in there from the nitrogen.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty to just watch. It's even better to drink, but so it's kind of neat. You can see how the
world of beautiful bubbles. Cheers, my friend. Cling.
All right. Lead us to the promised dinner.
All right. So tonight's awesome dinner that I'm going to be making is stuffed bell peppers with the infosec twist. So first off, as you all know, I like to incorporate anything hacking related to anything that I'm doing. So when you want to create stuffed bell peppers, first off, you need the stuffed bell peppers. So I've got just various colors, and it doesn't matter which pepper that you get. You can get green, red, yellow, doesn't matter. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to start out with one, right? Nice juicy one there. And it's not even cut yet. That's the beautiful part. It's raw and to the teeth. So what we want to do here is actually, yes, you want to take your knife because, again, you want to cut off the top of the actual bell pepper, which I'm going to do here. And while I'm doing that, I want to incorporate this with something pretty cool. And as you can see, the inner core is here, right? So from an infosec twist, pretend this is an IoT device. Now, with the stuffed bell pepper, which is an IoT device, and the reason I call it a stuffed bell pepper, because it has a combination of different things which we're going to put into it. So we're going to put in a little bit of wireless, which is rice, a little bit of maybe web application, which is some ground beef, which is what I have here. Or, and again, you can choose whatever you want to put in this, but it's going to have a combination of different things that make the taste a lot better. That's more suitable for you. Same thing with IoT devices. You have certain things in that IoT devices that just suited just for you. You might like a web interface. You might like some web. You might like some Bluetooth. You might like some wireless. It's all there for you. But in the meantime, back to this. Now you see the core of the bell pepper here. You want to get all of that out because you're going to need that to kind of stuff around. So you want to cut around the edges here. I'm going to get a little bit close to the camera. And as you're cutting around the edges, and look at that. Look at that beautiful core. Isn't that something?
You know why peppers are different colors?
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
So green peppers are harvested before they mature. And as it approaches final ripe, that's red. So yellow's in the middle. Green has just been picked early.
Oh, look at that. You gave me the stoplight syndrome.
So
pretty much. Uh-oh.
Changes based on... yeah, no, I think I'm having Wi-Fi difficulties. No, I should be good.
Look, that's...
Yeah, no, so the nutritional content of your pepper changes because red, of course, has been on the vine the longest and has picked up the most nutrients.
Awesome. See, learn something new every day. So now that you've got that cut out, I'm just going to move this stuff over here out of the way. What I'm going to do right now, while that's cut out, I'm going to actually put this on the tray. So, and you can have this set up however you want. I'm just using an actual little baking tray because this is actually going to go into, the oven after everything is cooked and stuffed. So now that that's set over here, now we get to the good stuff, the Wi-Fi, the web interfaces, and everything else. Which, now, I'm just choosing ground beef for this particular project, but if you don't like ground beef, you can also just, put turkey, whatever it is that you choose, you can put it together. All right? So I'm actually going to put the ground beef into the pan. Before I touch anything else, we must wash our hands. This is very important. We need to add that to the step 2, always. When you touch a new set of food, hands washed, lathered up nicely, and boom. Look at that. Fresh pair of hands for a fresh pair of food.
Charles, got a question. What are your headphones?
Oh, my headphones are Corsair. Yeah, they're Corsair. They're wireless headphones. I love the Corsairs. And they actually light up on the side, so I like the little light up icon. But they're pretty cool, though. I enjoy them. I also have I had a pair before that wasn't wireless, and I just got tired of having the wire connected to the actual controller when I was playing the video games. And I just you know what? I just need to go wireless. And I fell in love with these set of headphones ever since. I've had these for it's been 2 years now. 2 years. And got the little detachable mic that works. And it's perfect. Oh my goodness. Do you like Corsairs?
I've never worked with them. They're just, they look really cool and certainly got the audience's attention.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to spray this up Corsair style. Always use any type of canola oil or olive oil. Always want to spray that on my pan. I don't like meat sticking to the pan. That's just, I'm not a fan of that. Sticky meat, never fun. But
Phrasing.
Sorry, audience.
This show oscillates between being PG-13 and rated R. You're good.
Yes. Thank you. So I'm actually just throwing some meat in here in the frying pan. And again, you can choose however you want. It could be, like I said, turkey meat, or you can have no meat at all. It could just be straight veggies if you want a vegetable stuffed vegetable. If you really want to, get technical with it. So I'll put this here for now. We'll leave this to the side right here. All right. While that's cooking, because that's going to take a sec. That's going to take a few. But while that's running, always love cleaning up my area, making sure everything is situated and in place. There we go. So in the meantime, what else has been going on? Besides all the craziness in the world, what have you been working on? Any cool projects? Anything fun? Anything outside of course, Unicorn Chef?
Let's see. I I gave my first like presentation in real life at like a normal conference.
Okay.
I don't count Israel, but I was at CornCon last weekend.
Nice. Okay.
And I put together a whole new talk on that called Throwing the Elephant.
Okay.
And it seemed to go over pretty well. The local college actually asked me if they could put it in their curriculum. So that felt like a pretty good compliment. And it was really good to just see people.
Yes.
Like, walking down the hallway and then, there's Aaron Lintile there. And I was like, yeah! And we, like took pictures.
Yes.
And just, hanging out for, dinner and drinks and just catching up with folks.
That's always fun. And I mean, and it's so needed. It's so needed, especially like now. Like, don't know what the state of the world is heading to, but I do know one thing: whatever state it's heading to, I truly believe that all of us in this community can actually bend and actually adjust. And I'm saying this live on camera. If there's anything I can do to help it adjust, I'm all for it. Definitely that. But look at that.
What? I like that. And I'm going to, on the fly, make you an offer you can't refuse.
Okay.
Okay. What's the date? The date is...
Today's the 15th.
Not today. December 29th is the next GrimCon.
Oh, wow. Okay. It'll be my first GrimCon. I've been to GrimCon online. But I've never been.
It's virtual.
Oh, it's in person. Okay.
I'm planning to try to do a hybrid next year, and I have a different take on how to do a conference, so I'll be pushing that out. But the thing that I think makes GrimCon so special is the new speaker track, where we're trying to bring new folks to the table. Really pushing the diversity inclusion of different voices, because that's what makes security work. Is all those different perspectives. And so we're doing that in collaboration with Share the Mic and Cyber and the Making Space Initiative. But here's the thing. I want you to keynote, and I want you to keynote with a message of positivity, because that's who you are. And we have too many fucking cynics and critics in this space, just tearing everything down. And you are one of those just beaming sunshine of like authenticity. And we need that. We as a society need that. We as an industry need that. I would appreciate it if you would do that for my conference.
Well, I happily accept. So December 29th, I'm in. Calendar is locked in.
Thank you.
So you've heard it live, folks. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Definitely.
All right. So what are we doing? I lost track.
No, what we're doing now. Sorry, got off track. I'm actually cooking the meats right now. So actually browning the actual ground beef, because you're gonna need that. In order, and again, you don't have to have it, but this is what I'm going to be stuffing the bell pepper with.
Okay, so I'm going to give 2 tricks on browning ground beef. One, if you want to like use chemistry to your favor, 30 minutes before you throw it in, mix it in 1 pound to 1/3 teaspoon ratio of baking powder.
Baking powder, okay.
Baking soda. Sorry.
Baking soda, okay.
Mix that, let that all sit in. And the baseness of the powder actually helps the proteins work a certain way. And then when you put it in, don't break it up immediately. Let it sit like as a chunk, brown, flip it, make it brown, then start getting it. So you then get those crunchy pieces, and then the baking powder keeps it from is it baking soda? Sorry, baking soda.
Baking soda. There you go.
Soda, keeps the meat moist, so it doesn't dry out, because nobody likes the dry ground beef. So just a little way to take something very unusually, pedestrian like ground beef, and like just elevate it another level.
I like that. I'm definitely going to take that into consideration. Definitely. Meanwhile, while that's cooking, right? Let me grab this. What we're going to do next, because that's going to always I like the meat well done. If some folks don't like it well done, that's great too. We're going to start adding some spices once I get this off of the thing here. But yeah, so for me personally, what I've been working on, and kind of like on and off. I've been because Chrome browser has been updating like rapidly, so it's hard to keep up with the APIs and WebAssembly. So Chrome just recently updated to 39, so I'm kind of back to the drawing board with trying to get I wouldn't call it an exploit, just trying to figure out ways to run
to exploit it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You summed it up there. But
I know what you do, bro.
Pretty much. So but
hacker alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Actually, what is it? The 25th or 26th year anniversary of the movie Hackers.
26, I'm gonna believe, because it came out in 95.
Yep, there you go.
26. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at us, like knowing shit and stuff.
Oh my goodness, 26 years. I actually went to the movies to see it. That's what I've. And again, at that time, there we go. At that time, with hacking in general, I barely even picked up a TCP/IP book. Like, I just thought that the movie was just particularly cool. Angelina Jolie was in it, and that was it. And then I come out meeting new people. So that and actually lifelong friends, you know. So it turned out great. I'm actually glad I went to the movie. Hi DJ, if you're gonna watch this, lifelong friend, known him since I was 15 years old. He used to do like rock and roll and rollerblading. That was his thing. He's still in New York, so it's great. I love it. Where is okay? Here we go. That's what I needed. So now back to the cooking. So what I'm actually going to do now, I'm actually going to kind of like add some spices. So I got like, you can have like for like the red. So I'm going to add some like red pepper flakes, right? Now you could do this as is needed. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to add like a little bit of red pepper flakes while the meat is actually cooking as well too. So you can, one thing I did learn going through this is actually like while the meat is cooking, you can actually add your ingredients, what you want into the stuffed bell pepper right then and there. You don't have to wait, you know, so that way it's kind of all the only thing I would add last would be like the cheese or something to let it melt on top. But
yeah,
so I'm going to
put a good time for me to share what I did. So
yeah,
I'm doing a little different. So on Monday, I made Puerto Rican rice and beans. My daughter loves it. She really enjoyed our trip to Puerto Rico.
Awesome.
So I've got a base mirepoix of celery, carrots, and onions with red beans and tomato and a bunch of spices. So what I'm doing is I'm just mixing that in with my ground beef, and then that's what I'm going to stuff my peppers with.
Okay. Also got some nice finely diced tomatoes. Just going to add some diced tomatoes to the actual equation.
Which, by the way, also on that's one of these things where you can make a sauce like this and repurpose it for different things. So, like if you have leftovers of this, it's you know, in a pinch, it sits in your fridge. It'll last for 3 to 4 days. It gets better as it goes because the flavors continue to marinate. Bake a potato, pour it over that. There you go. Boom, you got a different dinner.
Oh, and you know what? Another tip too. If you want to add, like I should have done this, but I threw the top away. But if you've cut the top off already, you can still slice that up and add that as extra peppers.
So when I usually make this, I actually cook it with the top on to keep the moisture in.
Oh, wow. Question. Have you ever grilled like the
grilled stuffed peppers?
Yeah. I've never grilled it.
I have. I don't like it as much because the challenge you have is you really need to get the heat to be more indirect because otherwise it sort of burns the bottom of the pepper.
Gotcha.
Because we're cooking these at what, like 350 to 400?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I get my grill at that, it's really hard to kind of get that indirect heat to do it right.
Right.
I've never thought about doing it. So since then, I've got the Kamado Joe, so now I can do more fun with like smoking, maybe do it a little slower at 300. and more work it around without direct heat. So
Gotcha.
probably worth trying this again with that. I just
thought about it just now, literally. Like I literally was like, hey, I wonder if you could what would happen if you did like grilled stuffed bell peppers.
All right. Well, I'm about to stuff my peppers. So
stuff them up. Stuff them up. Oh my goodness. So are you ready? I know for me, winter, I love winter as a season. Oddly enough.
What do you mean oddly enough? Why do you say oddly enough?
Well, most people think that's odd that I like that you like that when they find somebody that likes winter, because usually most people say they like summer or spring. So that's why I say oddly enough. I enjoy winter, and the reason being because the air is just so much cleaner and crisp, and it's quiet.
Yeah, I like that. I do like the summer though, where people are wearing less clothing.
Oh well, yeah. That could be one reason to like it. Oh, now the downside of that is that sometimes it could be a little bit too much, and the insects are insane. So that's the thing too. The insects are insane. So
mosquitoes in Virginia are pain.
Yes.
So Charles lives not too far away from me, and in passport country, but it's still Virginia.
Yes. Yes, it is. So what I've done here, folks, my meat is brown, baby. Yes. And again, I'm just showing you an example. It's a little hot there, but I got my little onions, my little tomatoes in there. I've added some red pepper flakes in there, just kind of just broke up the meat. And again, it doesn't have to be meat, but this is something that you can actually do as you're making your stuffed bell pepper. And I'm not going to put no tomato sauce in it. I'm not in a tomato saucy mood. So I'm actually just going to stuff this thing because it's smelling good over here. And I know it's smelling good over there as you're stuffing the peppers.
Yeah, I'm stuffing. In fact, I'm getting a picture of this. They're so pretty. It's too pretty not to. I can't resist. I want to remember this moment.
Hashtag pretty unicorn peppers.
Boom. There, I'll show you. And then it bites the dust.
But the second one,
it was too beautiful for this world. It had to trip.
But the second one held up. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One of my peppers is a little more unbalanced.
I'm actually throwing the goodies in here as we speak, directly from the pot or from the skillet. Now, I'm actually going to cheat tonight, and I'm cheating with some microwave rice tonight, people.
Oh, damn it. I forgot my rice.
They didn't have the brand that I had. They didn't have the brand that I wanted at the store with the full bag of rice, because usually I like to put the rice and cook it on the stove and then have it fresh. But for the sake of time and love, I'm just going to do this the microwave style. 90 seconds, and we're golden. Hold up. Put it off. There we go. Do that. Quick and clean. So I'm actually, because I want to stuff this with rice. I've already stuffed it with the meats, and the potatoes are down in there with the onions, as you can see here. Top. Now that I got that in place. Oh, and tonight's shirt is Animaniacs. Had to take it back a little bit.
Mine, coincidentally enough, is the GrimCon 05 shirt.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Not planned. This was not planned at all.
Really? Oh my goodness. But yes, in general. So here's a question, and I literally thought about this today. do you feel that it's going to be is there a shift in security overall? Do you think there's going to be a shift, or do you think things are just going to stay stagnant for a while?
It's really broad. So like,
what I mean is, okay, let's even break it down even further. The hacker scene in general. What do you see changing in the next 2 to 3 years?
In the hacker scene.
In the hacker scene. Meaning offensive scene. I'll just say offensive.
Okay. Are you talking more like tactics?
Yes.
Well, conveniently, I'm on a podcast called Playing in Tactic with Justin from Trusted Stack and George Orchia's site.
Wow.
We literally talk about the latest tactics, and we got Cedric Owens coming on this episode and next week to talk Mac.
Oh my God. I need the link to that because I'm definitely tuning in. So I'll definitely need a link to that.
So yeah, Playing in Tactic. I'm gonna take this a different direction. I think.
Okay.
And I've said this before, on stage, but we're too fond of finding the top of the top of the top percent. Like the latest and greatest in offense doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's a game that only a couple hundred companies can even play, and
True.
Most of it is just millions and millions of sysadmins going, "What the fuck is going on? Why can't I even have like decent configuration management?"
That's true. And to add on to that, like I said, great, here's the thing, great. You found the latest and greatest. How do you communicate that?
Yeah.
How do you communicate? Because here's the thing, and there's a lot of folks, and we've seen this time and time again, as I'm dumping the mozzarella, got me some mozzarella that I'm going to put in my stuffed bell pepper, my Wi-Fi device. So,
yeah, I can't say that beating your cheese has the same sound as beating your meat.
No, it doesn't. I will hope not.
I'm sorry. I feel like I corrupted you. You're just like the innocent school kid who came in here, and I'm like the lecherous priest who's just like, "Welcome to my cooking show."
Listen, as I was putting the cheese in there, because
sorry.
Oh my God, you caught me off guard.
I'll be good for at least 5 minutes. I can be good for 5 minutes. Somebody do a countdown.
So, yes, please do a countdown. So, in general, I just think that when people find the latest and greatest hacks or something that's just like way out of the ordinary, now the key is, how do you communicate that? How do you communicate that to the folks that are defending against these particular attacks? 90% of the time, they can't even communicate. A lot of times, there's no good communication. It's like, oh yeah, I broke your stuff, but there's no document. And a lot of times, what's happening now, and you've seen this on Twitter in general, they tweet out, "Hey, SSH is vulnerable, no POC." Okay, so what do we do with that? What do sysadmins do with that?
Yeah. Well, this is where I criticize the threat intelligence industry.
Talk about it.
Summary: we're really good at understanding yesterday to try to live to tomorrow, and guess what? The attacker's already in that loop, already changing those static IOCs. Oh, congratulations! You caught my hash, you caught my IP, you caught my domain. Already on to the next one. And we did some research a few years ago, and we showed how you can defeat hashes. So I can make something look different, even though it's the same.
Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, I can hide in plain sight. You'll never know. So, and I think there's a lot of money that goes into that space, and I think we're failing. I think we're failing our customers. We're failing making this easy.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Now, okay, we know. Okay, so now we know the problem. We know we're failing. We know that we're way behind the curveball. What is the next step in the right direction to kind of like move it forward to where we're moving from, okay, hey, we're still in this problematic state all the way up to moving to getting better, pretty much.
Yeah. So everybody says, like focus on the behaviors, but that takes a lot of work to do, right? We're now talking to the top of the percentage again. So
Right.
when I go to that, we need threat intelligence that can automatically categorize this stuff. And then when they provide that, right, I'm not just providing you a hash, I'm actually able to provide you automatically that you can ingest like more complicated rule sets.
Right. Okay. Hold up. I'm trying to keep this thing steady. All right. You know what? I'm going to lean it up against here, but I'm about to put this in the oven. I'm going to do one right now. This is going to be great.
Ah, damn it. Mine keeps falling over.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I lean it more towards the... I didn't even put it in the middle. All right. I'm going to let this thing rock.
Am I at the 5-minute mark? I don't care. I'm making my joke anyway. I
Make your joke.
Stand up on its own.
Make it. Make the joke.
I did already. I already did. It was an ED joke.
No, I saw the ED joke, but I thought you was going to do another one.
Oh, no, that was it. That was don't encourage me. I'm being good. I'm trying to be good, man.
Come on now. That is good. That is good. But you know what? You know what's interesting too? And like I look at the wave of how far we've come in tech in general. Like even with from the video gaming space as well too. How far we've come, but now I just feel like I think about this a lot. I'm like, okay, especially when I play like older like retro games and everything else. And I look at the fun factor where it used to be to where now it's non-existent. Well, I'll take it back. It's not really non-existent. It's just a different level of what people deem as fun. Before it was just you played the video game, but you knew that it was a video game. It had nothing to do with real life. We knew Mario wasn't a real character, everything else. You cut it off, you went outside, and you did whatever. Now you have the Call of Duties. You have all these newer games coming, Red Dead Redemption, everything else. And it seems like the lines between fictional and real life have just been like merged together. And it's just like, I'm curious to know if we're at this stage now, what's the next 10 years going to look like gaming wise? Like I love the VR space. I'm a huge fan of VR. My first VR experience was with the Virtual Boy. It came out in I think 93, 94. It only had one game, Mario like tennis, and it was in black and red. Only bad part is it gave you headaches. Now moving fast forward to the Oculus. The Oculus, I really enjoy the Oculus, and I see a lot of potential with the Oculus and just VR and how that can just like move forward to I'll call it another dimension, meaning for like not just video gaming, but for like everyday life. Like I've been trying out this software called Immersed and actually doing virtual like virtual rooms, virtual whiteboarding, virtual like desktop, and it's not there yet, but I really like the concept. I really like what it's going to like far as like collaboration is concerned. I've never used the Microsoft HoloLens, but I think they kind of got the right idea when it comes to just going forward with like VR technology. And I'm just curious now on the flip side, I'm like, okay, if somebody's doing like a virtual whiteboard, how do you secure that? Like, how do you, because like when you're in the virtual world and you're sitting in a virtual cafe, you're sitting next to somebody, you can actually talk with them. They can see your virtual icon, virtual person, and you can see their virtual person. How do you, that's just my curiosity. Like how are we going to like actually secure that piece if it comes to that? Just me like futuristic thinking. I'm constantly just thinking about different things.
So we got a comment here from the audience. It's a pendulum. Culture will swing back toward fantasy, multi MMO RPGs without high cost of entry will remain cesspools.
Oh, you know what? this. You know what? There's some truth to that. Wow. Whoever said that gave me something to chew on.
I was Jonathan Rome.
Jonathan Rome, you gave me something to chew on with that one.
Who is a hell of a cook. Check out his episode.
Okay.
A real good Louisiana cooking.
Nice. Oh, I know he makes some serious gumbo. I know he's got to be making some serious gumbo. I guess he's not saying it, but anyway, what I've done so far, let me get back to the cooking real quick. I've actually made my stuffed bell pepper. It's actually in the oven. And I'm going to bite this on live TV, by the way. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your ED. Look, see, I plan on biting this on live TV. So, well, live internet. However you want to say it.
You do what you need to do with your stuffed peppers. You stuff them where you want.
Yes, you can play with the peppers however you want. There you go. Look at that. And I'm actually sipping some more ginger ale. Yes. Now, on the weekend, it might be some red wine. No. You know what? I need that recipe. What was that? When we came to your house, you had what recipe you had?
My
it was
mystery
tea.
Cocktail?
Yes. This, look, even if you want to put it up as part of like a mystery to solve at GrimCon.
Nope. Charles, not how it works. It's like creating a Michelangelo and then destroying it the same night. It's gone. It's gone forever. That's it. Only time you can have it. That moment. For the rest of your life, you will think of that moment.
Man, look at that. Creating memories through drinks, folks. There you go. Look at that. Memories through drinks. Because I tell you, that drink was so amazing. Everybody listen to that drink was so amazing. Even though I don't know what the recipe is, but it was amazing.
Can only experience those things in person at that time. And that's it. It's gone.
Look at that. Many months later, I'm still thinking about that.
I appreciate that.
Look at that.
So Alan Freeman and I have been talking about doing a sticky unicorn show with a live element where we'll invite a bunch of folks and he and I will make different cocktails and have a competition off of that.
Nice. Okay. I like this. Look, I like this concept.
Yep. You all benefit because all you have to do is sit there and drink and vote. So
hey, vote on a new drink that might create a new moment. You never know.
We got Keenan. We still need the Ready Player One full body suit.
Wait a minute. When was this discussed? The Ready Player One full body suit?
We need that. You were talking about earlier about video game future.
Yes. No, okay. This is true. I thought he was about to tell me that's out. Like, I almost got excited. Okay.
No,
I almost got excited.
No, I mean, I think that's the future of it, right? It's going to become more immersive. Eventually, we'll cross that boundary of virtual reality. I think eventually artificial intelligence will do something for real, and you'll start to have games which it's more like made up on the spot at some point.
So what does AI do now?
AI doesn't do shit now. AI is, at least several hundred if-then statements. There you go. That's AI today.
Look at that. Well, that is true. What we got here? There you go. Now, yeah, AI is a funny, it's an interesting machine learning wise, no pun intended, machine learning. But I don't know. I don't see where, like right now, we still have to figure out the API side of the house. like what's in the wild now. So having an API moment. So I'm looking at, and I'm saying this live on air, I'm looking at creating, you guys tell me what you think. I'm looking at creating something called Web App Wednesdays. And with Web App Wednesdays, it's more so just putting together, whether it's the latest, like the latest and greatest in like web application technology, whether it's putting together actual server and looking at the security settings, because it's not all about hacking, folks. So if somebody's a sysadmin, you know, you'll get something out of this as well too. How to install the latest greatest. We'll say I'm just going to use Node.js as an example. How to install Node.js. What can you do to actually lock it down, and kind of flip it from an attacker's perspective as well too, and then just pretty much just have some fun with it. People can log in. I haven't thought about like a time limit or whatnot just yet, but something different. Web App Wednesdays.
I mean, presumably not Wednesday evening.
No.
Unicorn Chef, right? Okay.
Just a thought process. No, Wednesday evenings. No, my evenings are booked on Wednesdays. Unicorn Chef style. Boom, and we're rolling. Yeah. So. Just in general, yeah, I've been thinking about that for a second, because I want to get to a point where, you know, because I see a lot of, like I said, I look at Twitter a lot, and I see a lot of folks that say, "Hey, how do I do this in the industry? How do I do this?" Or how do, and not just tech, not just security work in general, just in general. How do I maybe become a sysadmin? How do I, you know, get into, like I said, video game development? It could be anything. You know, so just want to help bridge the gap somehow. That's what swirls around in my mind.
Did we pre-cook or boil the peppers first?
I pre-cooked earlier.
So I think this is a good example where, for me, I blanch them.
Oh, you do?
So blanch them in salt and water.
Sweet.
Good question.
Blanch them in salt and water. Okay. No, I pre-cook and then just put them back in the original bag for this episode for later. But usually I just have them like out, like pre-cooked, and then I have everything cooked up, and then just like stuff my pepper, and then voila. But yeah, stuffed bell peppers are great, especially if you want to make, like, it's great when you're having guests over and you just want to make something cool and look like you're like really like chefing. You're chefing great. Look at that. I'm throwing something out there. If you want to look and feel. Sounds like the censor button.
No, I was originally putting mine on a lower temp to slow cook it, so I kept it with you. And then you're catching up. I put it back on a higher temp.
Beep. Yeah, but it's like I said, it's just a lot of stuff that we, you know, a lot of times, a lot of things that we look at. Also, too, I know what it was. What is everybody doing to deal with mental health? How are you guys taking breaks? Are you relaxing? You know, what are you doing? Are you going out for walks? Like, what are you doing in general?
All right, let's see what the audience says.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually one of the reasons I started the show a year and a half ago. I mean, pandemic started. I had to cook anyway.
Beautiful.
Let's do something fun. Let's make the Pittsburgh Festival. Let's highlight some good folks and some good things. Kind of anchors me and keeps me a little sane.
Yes, we need that.
Let's see. Walks every day.
Nice.
Roasting lots of coffee. That would be Tony Hunt, who is the official coffee purveyor of Unicorn Chef.
You know what? She got to put me onto some new coffees. I'm a coffee head. I like trying different coffees. So if you got any recommendations, I'm all open for it.
CBD, naps, walks, kids time.
Yeah.
Riding horses, drinks with friends, and running. Call of Duty, gardening, cooking, and baking.
All right. Shooting, growing, and baking.
Customroasted.net. That's Tony's coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, I think I have
Yeah, if you can yeah, link that to me. I'll definitely grab some because I like trying new coffees. When everything was open and I would go to different security conferences, the first thing I would look for is like a local coffee shop in that area. I didn't do like the Starbucks. Anytime I travel out of town, I always look for the local coffee shop because they'd have like the most amazing coffee.
Sorry, Tony, I'm out. I can't show off your product.
Ah, hey, can you send a link to the product? I know it's a link somewhere.
Yeah, he said customroasted.net.
Customroasted.net. Okay.
Yep. Let's see. I can't bake for shit. Okay. Call of Duty, cooking, boxing, poker, driving aggressively. Well, I mean, if you got an AMG GT, what else would you do?
Yeah.
Doggo belly pats. I mean, yeah. Thank God for dogs.
Dogs are so awesome. Roasted.
No problem, Tony. We got you.
I'm writing it down right now. This is why I love the Samsung Note. Keeps me going. Save. And boom. Look at that. I'm putting technology to use. Don't you just love it? Look at that. Hand wash. Touch my phone. Ugh.
More people in the chat. I can't bake or shit. Yeah. There's a reason I don't do baking on the show. So I don't like to show my weaknesses that much. All right. It's my own version of keeping my pants on.
Hey, sometimes you got to take the pants off to see what's really underneath. That helps. Well,
we've been banned on YouTube once before, right, Lena? And still don't know why. All pants were on. One of the ideas I came up with over the summer, we haven't done yet, is Mike and I might do an Only Aprons episode, which will literally be only.
How are you going to pull that off on YouTube? Good luck.
Well, I mean, as long as the apron is there, you know.
I guess that counts.
No, I'll just have to walk backward and do stuff.
That's true too. I guess whoever gets flagged first loses.
No, it doesn't work that way. They just flag you both.
Yeah. I gotta love YouTube, right? Controlling the universe. I want to keep this thing as
30 minutes of bad euphemisms might have been the reason we got kicked. I resent that because Lena definitely was doing the right thing. It was just me. Pants off, cook off. There you go. All right, Jason. Love it. Did I spell that right?
Go, Jason.
Yes, as a former spelling bee champion, I can tell you, Tony, you spelled it correctly.
Wow. Everybody's coming out the woodwork. Spelling bee champions. Hey, everybody. I like playing chess. That's like one of my favorite games. Fun fact.
Oh, really?
Yes, I love playing chess.
Have you ever played Egypt?
No, I haven't.
Okay. He is like another level. I'm a pretty good chess player. That guy just like
I'm decent. But that's how you get better, playing the better folks.
Yeah, no, but it was like that scene in The Matrix, you know, when Neo first discovers his powers and he's there and he's like marveling at it. And he's like kung fuing the agent there. That was me on the other side. I'm just like getting like whipped around. He's like, yeah, you know.
I have checkmate for you, sir. Egypt. I don't know.
Lena, I will. Yes, you are welcome to. We can keep this as an Only Aprons thing going on. So
sweet.
We're good.
I'm greedy. Yes,
it's a good idea. I got some leftovers here.
Yes.
So how long do we keep these things in the oven?
Like 10 minutes. Oh, until it's tender. That's the best way because you want the pepper to be tender. I'm gonna check on it now. I know my cheese is melted because I put it on top of there. We'll check this baby out. It's nice and soft. I'll take that. And everybody has different tender levels, if that makes sense. what you deem as tender. Some people. I'm about to try this. And what folks learn about me tonight, I actually enjoy a lot of different things. So, like I said, chess, the Hardy Boy mysteries, because I used to read those a lot as a kid. I'm pretty sure they're out there. I'm about to just put this pepper up here. I'm about to take this out. I'm about to bite this on live air. Because it feels a little bit tender to me. So again, there's different levels of tender in general. Let me put this up here. Ooh, it almost spilled over, and it did. Jeez. All right, let's put that there. No. Ah, it spilled out. All right. It's all right. We're gonna innovate. Woo! Yes. All right. I salvaged some of it, but this is my stuffed pepper. Ta-da! And it's actually like nice and tender. Oh, hot. So I'm about to wail on this. Have to cut this for a second. Because you definitely, like I said, and there's different levels of tender. So it just depends on what your level of tender, what level of tender works for you. Look at this, just cuts right through the pepper itself. And voila. So it's 10 to 15 minutes. Lord, oh, so good. Oh, I'm enjoying this, folks. Like, this is. Uh-oh, you're on mute. He has me on mute, or. You're on mute.
Forgot I muted myself when I was
there you go.
doing that. Yeah, no. So one, you missed another dirty joke. Two, we got to get our group picture together, and I need you to get some better light so we can actually see you.
Yes. Let me grab some better light. I'm about to do this. Give me a second. Matter of fact, hold on. Oh, look. Hold on. I gotta hold up my plate, but this is just amazing. Right now.
All right, you ready?
Yes. Hold on. Hold on. There we go.
Boom.
Yes.
All right. So remember, you can reuse this sauce to make lots of other awesome things, like I gave the example of potatoes, throw it over noodles, knock yourself out. Donate to your local food bank. So help families in need. Charles agreed to keynote GrimCon, which will be December 29th. It's a Wednesday.
Yes. I can't wait.
And any last words, Charles?
Yes. Always remember to check on the folks that you haven't seen in a while, you haven't heard from in a while. And honestly, if you've gotten to an argument with somebody, let that go. Life is too short. live it up and enjoy each other. Help someone, hug someone. Remember, if it don't challenge you, it don't change you. And always remember, if nobody else is rooting for you, the BSD band is rooting for you. I love you all. Ow! Yep, yep.
Ow! See y'all later.
Later.